Hey guys, welcome back to The Real Southern Garden. I am Sarah, and today we are headed to Home Depot to see what deals, what sales they have for Labor Day 2025. So I recently did a Lowe's Labor Day sales video. You can see that on my channel. It's the previous one. A lot of good things at Lowe's, but I will tell you, obviously they have different inventory, Home Depot versus Lowe's. There are always plants I can find at Lowe's that I can't find at Home Depot and vice versa. For example, right now, they have an early autumn camellia, which is one of my favorite camellias, probably my most favorite. It's a hybrid. It blooms for me all the way from the end of September all the way to Easter every year, even when Easter is late. It's super low maintenance. It's just a great plant. They have that right now at Lowe's. I bought mine from Wilson Brothers, a specialty nursery down in South Georgia. Had it delivered to my house 5 years ago. So I was really excited to see that they were carrying this particular cultivar at Lowe's right now. Home Depot had some different camellias, but they were not that particular one, and they weren't even listed exactly as what they are. I don't even know what cultivars they were. They just said camellia. But Home Depot did have lots of other really great plants, some really interesting Japanese maples. They always have tons of shrubs and big plants at the Home Depot near me. This is the West Cobb Home Depot if you're interested and you are local. I will say that if you're in the greater Atlanta area, this is Home Depot's corporate headquarters. So we really have some stellar inventory at all of the Home Depots. It's going to be similar throughout the South and Southeast, but if you are in the greater Atlanta area, boy, they really pour a lot into their stores here. They'll even carry plants longer, I find, than Lowe's will. Lowe's will kind of wrap it up a little bit earlier, and Home Depot will hang on a little bit longer with some different things. I bought some plantain lilies and some hostas on sale last year at Home Depot. It was even a little bit after Labor Day. So anyway, that said, both stores have great things, and I'm going to show you Home Depot today. Before we get to that, today's the first day that it was in the 60s here in the morning, so I have on a sweatshirt. Of course, it says Charleston, my favorite city in the U.S. To me, that's like the garden city. There are so many gorgeous gardens there. But I want to let you know that coming up, we're going to have another episode 3 kind of day in the life, day in my garden. So I'm going to be sharing that with you as we transition to fall. So that's always a fun little video for me to make, and hopefully you guys like watching it. Also, we're going to do an antiquing video very soon coming up. I'm going to pick up a few new things for fall this year. I always add a couple new touches. I don't go crazy. I incorporate it with the things I already have, of course, but we're going to do one of those, and then I'll probably do a fall porch makeover video too, so that'll be fun. But let's get into this video today. Let me take you to Home Depot. I hope that all of you guys have a very happy Labor Day. Let's get into this video. All right, so here we go at Home Depot. There's some gorgeous celosia in the left corner of your screen, and we'll get to that in just a second. But these marigolds are a great little combination for some late summer creeping into early fall color, and they were coming in at $9.88. And then they also had on the bottom rack some zinnias that were in a similar, almost the exact same color to be honest, but these are on sale for $9.88. You can see the slash through the original price, and you get a cute little container too. Then they have mums of every color. Theirs are a little more bloomed out than they were over at Lowe's, but 2 for $10. And I believe they did have some inside that were not bloomed out yet, but 2 for $10, so same price. And they also have their bulk price savings, of course, 20% off if you buy a bulk order, a large amount of something. Then they have these little zinnias just by themselves, $1.98 for those. And then back to the celosia. So this is on sale as well. You can see that they are $17.88 slashed from $24.98. So those are really tall. They're really healthy looking. They had some pentas over here on the other rack. I believe that these were, yes, they were $3.98. And then I really like this pink color, also $3.98, of course. The butterflies love these, so these make really great late season annuals to pop in. And then they had a couple other things here, Mexican heather, and then of course some of the moss rose also at the same price point. And then we're gonna make our way down. Now they still have herbs here, so I'm gonna show you those in a second, and they still have some squash and a couple other vegetables. But check out this Japanese maple. So pretty good size, $2.49. That's gonna be a really beautiful addition to someone's garden. I love that they do carry lots of different varieties of Japanese maples and shrubs at my Home Depots. I always find things, like I said, that I can't always find over at Lowe's. And then the knockout roses, really not on sale or anything like that. They are the same price they've been all season, $24.98. But if you remember in the previous video that we did about Lowe's and their Labor Day sales, they have a buy one, get one free for their miniature knockout roses. So go check them out if you're looking for especially a red rose or a miniature red rose right now. Then of course they also have these little guys up at the top, $29.98. They're really pretty. They are the Morning Glory, the Creeping Morning Glory. These were on sale. These are limes. If you are going to be in my zone 7 to 9, those are going to need to go in a greenhouse. They're not going to make it through the winter, but they are on sale. And then they have all of the squash. These are pretty big plants. So if you bought these now, I think you would probably get some summer squash and zucchini out of them. We still have about 60 days left in the growing season here in zone 7, 8-ish. So we still have some time. And then of course, they've got cilantro, they've got rosemary over here, they've got aloe plants, basil still, a lot of things that Lowe's is not carrying anymore, they do still have over at the Home Depot. All right, we're just gonna make our way down the plant corridor and go inside and see what they've got. So they've got more mums right when you walk in. Some of these are a little bit not as bloomed out. Some of them are more, like the purple. Purple's really beautiful color. And they are, of course, same price, 2 for $10. The yellow, that's a little bit larger container back there in the back. And then we have some coleus for $3.98. That is looking really healthy still. They are really great additions to any kind of container that you're doing for the fall. Some more pentas, we already looked at those. Those are $3.98. Different kinds of coleus and a polka dot plant as well. These are really cute, $3.98 for those. And then back here at the back, they have this particular gardenia, which is a new variety called Steady As She Goes. And she has a really big bloom on her. She's also hardy all the way down to zone 7. So she's gonna be a great one if you live somewhere that's a little bit cooler. $29.98. I have not seen these anywhere but here. And here's a bloom on the back for you. She smelled fantastic. They also have the pink chiffon right now in the Rose of Sharon. I want to get one of these for my yard. Been looking at the pink chiffon. Beautiful double bloom. Can't beat Rose of Sharon for like July to September color. Reblooming azalea, this is the Echo variety. It blooms twice. Mine are reblooming right now. I have that same variety. Kind of has like the traditional azalea look, but in the rebloom cultivar, so that's nice. And then of course we have crotons coming up here on the right. Lots and lots of those, $39.98. They are beautiful. They look just like fall. They of course are tropical, but they are beautiful for the time that they last. Pop them in the greenhouse if you've got a greenhouse. They also have Jubilation gardenia, $24.98. The bloom is a little different on that one. It's a little bit smaller, but it also is a full season bloomer. It blooms throughout the entire growing season. Nandina, $24.98. Boy, is that a tough plant. That thing is just, you can't kill it. I'm telling you, I've got lots of Nandina in my garden and yard, and it comes up everywhere. I think it's underrated though. More coleus, $6.48 for this size. All different colors and shades, looking really healthy. Really like this one. And that one is $7.98. And then of course lantana, $7.98 for this size. Well, this little plant, this a cigar plant, $7.98 because of the tubular shape of the flowers, but that's not the proper name for it. Anyway, cute little plant, hummingbirds love it. Then we have some Locia, $13.98, looking really healthy as well. And then let's make our way back down here. And I was really surprised to see this butterfly weed, $7.98 for this size. It's a perennial. This is what monarchs love and need to be able to reproduce, and they'll eat the plant, but it will come back. I paid a lot more. I got mine at a specialty nursery a couple of weeks ago, so great deal on that. Then we have Delta Blues here, and it's coming in at $29.98. And this is a Vitex plant, which is really interesting. I don't come across those too often a lot of places. That one will get about 8 to 10 feet tall, and it really is a great addition to your yard. These little guys were on sale, as were a lot of the different palms, and then of course some of the more tropical looking plants were also on sale. This guy, $16.98 for this African lily. This tropical is on sale for $29.98 as well. If you have a greenhouse, once again, it's going to work great. $44.98 for those boxwood. That's not a bad price for their size. They're really, really large. They do have the boxwood smell though. And then the little ones were $10.98. Those were the wintergreen, and they were $9.98 last year. So they're up a little bit in price, as many things are, of course, with, I don't have to say, but the economy and everything. Then they had $59.98 for Alabama Beauty Camellia. And then they had some different camellias that didn't have the exact cultivar on them. So $19.98 for that canna lily, and boy, has it gotten tall. And then back here we have some more Celosia, $13.98. That's getting mighty tall in that container too. I'm going to show you the bulbs inside here in just a second. I'm just going to show you a couple other $16.98. I'm not going to even pronounce that particular plant because I can't pronounce it correctly. Dianthus, $6.98. And then some small little, just drop-in zinnias, $1.98, and same for the marigolds for this size. $9.98 for the 6 packs of Celosia if you want to build a container out of those. And then the beautiful Coreopsis, great perennial, $8.98, very tough, will take full sun. Big fan of Coreopsis. And then all different colors of coneflower, $8.98. I also really love coneflower, but it is a little pickier. Coreopsis is a lot more forgiving. With the coneflower, you really got to get it established and make sure that your soil is really well draining if you've got clay like I do. So you got to amend it, or the coneflowers are gonna just die. They do not like wet feet. And then what a gorgeous hibiscus. This is the hardy hibiscus, $19.98. I almost grabbed this for my mom. She's got shade over where her garden is, but this is a full sun plant, and look at the size of that bloom. I'm all about buying the hardy hibiscus and the hardy lantana, the things that are gonna come back when I can. And that one's pulling my arm, so I'm gonna have to keep that one in mind. Really pretty. And then we've got some sedum, autumn joy here. And then some various hostas and plantain lilies. $8.98 for this autumn fern. Some really nice colors on this plant. And then not a ton of coral bells, but the ones I do have are really healthy, and they were coming in at $8.98 also. The plantain lilies are at $6.98 right now. I think I got mine for $3 a piece at the end of the season last year, like very, very end of the season. And then we have $24.98 for the Rudbeckia and this coneflower that we just passed up. But this Rudbeckia right here I have bought before, didn't have great luck with it. $24.98. And then let me just show you a peek at the fall planted bulbs that of course are going to bloom in the spring. They are up a little bit in price from last year. You get 15 in most of the packages, and then they were coming in at $14.98. And I love spring. It is my favorite season. So I kind of get excited knowing that even though we're going into fall, that, you know, spring is still a part of the plan. That you have to start putting certain things in the ground right now if you want a beautiful spring show. And then before we wrap up this video, I want to show you these really cute little, they have like a dog, they had a turtle, they had a bunch of different little animals, a frog, made out of these cocoa fiber molds with little plants in them with succulents. So very cute. This was also on sale, another tropical. Just want to show you that really quick. And this one was as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked today's video. And if you did, we would love you to subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what is going on in your world. And I will see you back here next time in the next video right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye guys.